Okay. An hour ago, I was going to start making this video. And I couldn't find this article that I had read 2, 3, or 6 hours ago because you know how it works. They update the page and it disappears. So uh, I found a version of the press conference that was like 46 minutes, and I was like, nah, it's just too much work for me to go through and find the spots that I'd listened to before. So I just won't do it. Well, web browser history is a great thing because I said, I'll just look at my history, and because I couldn't even remember where the article came from, but here it is. I don't even know if it's worth making. I'm kind of sick of this whole political arena that we're living in right now. I mean, it's been days since I've made a video, just because I'm just so disgusted with the whole thing. I can't hardly stand. Anyway, um, let's see how much of this I can get through.
During the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't.
Here's the thing. Trump is, well, let me just, Zelensky, I think, is accurately saying, you may not feel it now, but you're going to feel it later. There's an ocean between us. You're going to feel it later. Zelensky is trying to convince President Trump to help him out with this war. Trump doesn't want to help him out with this war. I think he just wants it to end, and he doesn't care if Putin takes all. So he's trying to convince Zelensky to see it his way. I don't see it that way. If you let Ukraine go, what's the next country? And the next, and the next, and the next. And we have another version of the USSR run by Putin, with Trump taking lessons from Putin. If we're lucky, we'll get to vote again in 2028. But if you recall, Trump said, just vote for me this one time. You don't have to worry about it. You won't have to do it again. I digress. Anyway, here we go.
Tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position.
See, there's worse to come. But right now, Trump is raised his voice. He's in attack position. This is not diplomacy. Conversations between national leaders should be diplomatic. I don't know what Zelensky may have said before this point, but what's going on right now is Zelensky has a very mild and voice that he's using right now. He's apologetic. Not as much as Trump wants him to be. You'll hear that in a minute. But just the way he sounds is not aggressive. Trump is being aggressive. This is not diplomacy, y'all. If you can't do better than this, if you can't talk better than a bully in a child's play yard, you should have some other people talk for you. But I understand what you're doing. You're playing the mafia boss right now. I don't care for it. Anyway, here we go.
And he happens to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the
the
cards right now.
Telling him he doesn't have the cards. Zelensky will say, we're not playing cards.
With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing cards.
But right now, you don't. You're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
And here comes in bully number 2, J.D. Vance. He's got to justify his existence by being bully number 2. This is just a child's playground right here with bully number 1 and bully number 2. And they're bullying the kid that doesn't have a big enough baseball bat.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president.
I wished anything that Zelensky could have said for J.D. Vance's opposition would have done some good. Because I don't have anything good to say to these two bullies.
President who's trying to save your country.
No, he isn't. President Trump doesn't give a shit about Ukraine. All he wants is the mineral rights that he's trying to get a hold of. What he should be doing is trying to get Putin out of Ukraine by defending Ukraine. But instead, all he cares about is mineral rights. What he can get from Zelensky. Well, I tell you what, if all the democratic countries fall, you're going to have countries like Russia across the globe. This problem is much bigger than Donald Trump. He doesn't see the long game. He just sees, I don't know, he just wants to push people around. He doesn't know what the hell he's even doing.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I.
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President.
Coming out okay with all the territory that Russia has taken from Ukraine? Is that okay? I don't think so. Give us all your gas and metals, and let Putin have what he's got. Just go ahead and play this game with us, this game of cards.
We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment.
Part 2's coming.